She sold the wrong cow. Oh, hello! Welcome to another week with author Ejamie. Um, so, I was going to stay home today because it's hella cold outside. And I was going to record my reaction to episode 53 of my Turkish drama, Hershey's Chocolate Kisses. That is not the name of the show. I cannot pronounce the name of the show because I'm an ignorant Canadian girl. But it's Hercai. And I was going to record my reaction to episode 53 today. But apparently, tomorrow and Friday we are getting we are probably going to be hit with a snowstorm. So I think this might be my one day to get out because I'm not gonna if it hits during the day, early during the day tomorrow, I'm not gonna want to go out in that. And if it's continuing into Friday, I might not want to go out in that either. So today is sort of my one window maybe to going out and doing something. Um, so I'm planning to go to a thrift store because I want to. I still have that other coupon from the Evil Day Job, the other gift certificate, gift gift certificate I guess you could call it, and still want to take advantage of the extra holiday employee discount that we're getting for this month. Um, yeah, because I need to buy black pants, and I want to get another maybe like nightgown, because this one that I'm wearing right now, I'm still in my PJs, um, is like an actual like nightgown, and I haven't had like a nightgown for like a very long time. Usually I do the two-piece at the top and the pajama bottoms, but I don't know, like so when I saw this one, it just seemed like really cozy, and I love it. It is really cozy, and yeah, I just sort of like curl up in it, and if it's like too chilly, I'll like wear the pajama bottoms sort of like underneath it, and it just is like very nice and cozy. And so I think I want to buy another one, and black pants, and of course books because um and I'm still on the lookout for the CBC version of Green Gables with Megan Follows and Jonathan Crombie, because I have started book two. I've started it and I'm loving it, and this is starts Anne's about 16, 17, and she's sort of started teaching at the school at their school in town. She's starting out as a teacher, and I'm loving like any time that she has like a scene with like Gilbert Blythe. I'm like waiting for like things to start happening with them and things to start turning romantic. Like right now they're just sort of friends, and um, he's a teacher too. But if you remember in the first book, that he gave up his position for her, so he's teaching at like another place, I believe. But he's actually thinking of um, giving that up, and he's deciding that wants to be a doctor, which is what I thought, because I vaguely remember in the show, in the movies, that he was a doctor. So I just thought maybe it was something that the production did differently and changed from the books. But no, he's going to study to be a doctor. So that's great. And she, Marilla, Anne's, I guess, guardian, has decided to adopt these twins, to Dora, I think, and Davy. Dora and Davy. Yeah, Dora and Davy, and Davy is a little heathen. Like he's a freaking hellraiser. Um, so, and like Anne is, of course, like she's living there, so she's kind of helping Marilla raise these two. Dora's nice little girl, and Davy just teases her and picks on her, and it's just not great. But like he's not like a mean-spirited kid. He's just a troublemaker and is just oblivious to when he like hurts his sister and just like makes her cry. And so really, really enjoying it so far. Um, I finished. Should have got this ready, but we know who we are here. Preparation? We don't. We don't know her. I finished Monica McCarty's The Arrow. I loved this book. I thought it was fantastic. We have Kate and we have Gregor, and Gregor rescues Kate when she's little, and it's set during the 13th, 14th century, so it's the 1300s, and in Scotland, and bad shit's going down because English. And Gregor rescues Kate from a well after she's thrown in there after English soldiers rape and murder her mother. They throw her in a well, and Gregor rescues her and kind of is like her ward. And of course, when she gets older, she falls in love with him, and he starts to have happy pants for her as well. And I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed this book. There is many moments, especially towards the end, when believing stupid things, Gregor does horrible, horrible things to Kate. Just, I was just infuriated. And every time he did something, I would be like, oh, this dude has a grovel ahead of him. He better, if I'm going to, I was on the point of like DNFing the book because I was so mad at him. But I held on because I thought, if he grovels enough, that'll save it for me. He better grovel like no man has ever groveled before. And I loved Kate. Oh, I loved her so much. She was this strong, like, she was a fighter, like Gregor, because, like, she was able to, like, he and his brother would, like, train her because she wanted to be trained, and, they thought, like, okay, like, why not? She better, like, learn to defend herself and that kind of stuff, and she ends up being a really, really good fighter. Um, and she ends up, like, bringing all these kids to be, to sort of, like, live with them because she wants to, like, create this, like, wonderful, like, little family for them that she never got to have because she believed that her father abandoned them and then it was just her mother and her, but her father didn't necessarily abandon them, not willingly. And that's all I'm going to say about that because I don't want to spoil. Um, and I, I was happy with the ending because like he did apologize And like, I understood sort of why he was thinking what he was thinking, but I didn't understand why he was thinking what he was thinking, because he knew Kate from like when she was a child, basically. So he should have known that she was not capable of the things that he thought that he was accusing her of. But I wish that he groveled a smidge more, just a smidge. But the thing that balanced it out for me and made me be like, okay, was that she didn't just accept his apologies and be like, oh, okay, you're sorry about it. We'll be together now and it'll be great. No, no. She basically said, oh, you're sorry about it. That's not enough. She makes him work for it. And I loved that. I love that. So, so, so good. Um, I will definitely be looking forward to getting a print copy of it. Now, you know that I love a book when, if I've read it in a different medium, I want to get it in print after. So, yeah, definitely. Um, so, going to be heading out. I don't know if I'm gonna walk there because I woke up and my thigh, like it's hurting. It's hurting in like a like it's hurting kind of sharply in like a way that it hasn't been in a while. And I don't know if it's because I was like on the floor yesterday, meaning like at work. I was like working on the floor instead of just staying on, like dealing with customers. I wasn't. I was, working with like the racks and organizing the racks and like picking up mess and like that kind of stuff. Like people like, dropping clothes on the floor because they're freaking raised by pigs and like just like leaving stuff everywhere. Um, so I was doing that, and normally I enjoy doing that, and I enjoyed doing it yesterday. It's just I can't do it as often as I would like still because I still get more tired doing that than just staying sort of at um, one of the registers. Um, so yeah, and today like I woke up and that and like it's hurting. It's like the point where your thigh sort of meets your hip, that like joint like right there, I guess would that be your pelvic bone? Don't I'm not sure, but like that joint like right there hurts. So I don't think I can manage to walk, so I might just take the bus down. But yeah, so that's sort of the plan right now. Um Tomorrow, depending on if I can get out before the storm hits, I would like to head out to the post office because I would like to send out my mom's Christmas gift. Because maybe it'll get there in time for Christmas. It's the 14th today, and she's in Portugal. Um, so yeah, if I can get out before the storm hits, then I will go to the post office. But yeah, so the next 2 days are kind of up in the air. Today it is cold, but I'm gonna bundle up and go out because I really, really, really want to go to my thrift store and buy and take advantage of the employee extra discount, the holiday discount, and the gift certificate and buy a nice new cozy nightgown and black pants and books because so gonna head out and I will talk to you guys later. So just got back from, I'm not gonna say my walk because I didn't walk. I took the bus because, like I said, I'm owie. Still, like, yeah, there's still a little bit of a pain here, like in the side. So that wasn't great. But weather-wise, it wasn't as bad as I feared, like the cold. Granted, I had like my layers on and, like sweaters and, um, you know, coat and like all that stuff. So, but still, like I just heard the weather, forecast on the radio and, they were saying there was going to be like -11 and blah, blah, blah. And it's actually only -4 right now. So not too bad. And they're talking about, again, the winter storm that's coming. And she was talking about, like, in the morning that we'll have, like, the ice pellets and, rain and mix with snow, and then, like, snow eventually up to, like, 15 centimeters. So if it's actually, like, starting in the morning, then I'm not going out in that. But, yeah, because I was kind of hoping maybe I could sneak out and just miss it. Just miss the storm before it started and get home and all that. But no, I think she was mentioning in the morning. But let me show you what I got in my thrift store. I used the second gift certificate that we got, the employees got, and the holiday discount um, added to our employee discount. So I'll show you what I got, and then I'll tell you how much everything was. So let's just put the receipt right there. Got my black pants. And there they are. There. I don't have a like big enough. One, I don't have a big enough mirror, and two, I don't have like a like camera that would be able to like I couldn't like try it on and like show it off to you guys. So that's the pants, and I found this adorable nightgown that I had to get, even though I would have preferred if the sleeves were longer, but is this not so pretty? I think it's so pretty, and it's got this little heart-shaped. Not sure if you guys can see that. I'll try and show you this little heart-shaped charm, like right. See that? Yeah, that is like right by the bow, and yeah, that's the nightgown. See if I can show it better. There we go. And I just think it's so, so pretty. So got that. And then got some books, because you know how we do here. First one I got was an old school Harlequin, which I always like. But it just feels really weird to say that 1990 is an old school Harlequin. I, yeah, that just sounds really, really odd. But it was originally a Mills and Boon, and it's An Impossible Situation by Margaret Mayo. Next we have this one looks kind of big, but it's a large print, which I just happened to find it in the large print. Oh, and it came from the Whitby Public Library. Whitby is a town in Ontario, and it's House of Gold by Natasha Solomons, and it's a large print, and yeah, it's one of those set starts set in 1911 Vienna, and it's about a woman who moves to England, and war is coming. So looking forward to that. Then I got A Girl Named Anna by Lizzie Barber, and it is about a girl who was kidnapped and a sister who sort of grew up in the shadow of her kidnapped missing sister. And the girl who was kidnapped gets a letter where somebody calls her by a different name, and she goes to this amusement park that feels familiar even though she knows she's never been there before, or she thinks she's never been there before, and it's sort of this mystery that starts to kind of unravel, I bet. Um, so again, not much into like big mystery stuff, kind of stuff, but if it has to do with like family secrets and like a girl who was kidnapped and like learns her like real identity or whatever, I'm all there for it. So looking forward to that. And the next two I got are classics. One is Tender's the Night by F. Scott Fitzgerald. They had The Last Tycoon there as well, which I wanted to get, but I restrained myself because I sort of I don't want to get like, it's weird. I'm weird. I don't want to get all of them at once. I sort of want to, because I liked The Great Gatsby. I loved The Great Gatsby story when it was like the basic plot of it doing with Gatsby and Daisy. I hated that it was a uh, outside narrator, like that random dude named Nick, who had nothing to do with anything in the story, in my opinion. And I hate stories that are from the point of view of somebody who is not the main plot. Like, does that make sense? Like, I can't read Anna Karenina because I don't give a shit about Levin and Kitty. And if you're gonna name a story Anna Karenina, don't make the Anna Karenina part a subplot. Like this, I can't read that book. I tried. And I know people who love that book. I can't. Because I'm like skimming all the like Levin Kitty stuff because I want to know about Anna Karenina and Vronsky. That's all I care about. That's why I got the book. And same sort of thing with Gatsby. I love the Gatsby and Daisy story, but I hate that it is a different character's point of view. So I have I think This Side of Paradise by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and then I found this one, Tender's the Night, and I got it because I sort of love that like jazz age era, that kind of thing. But I I want to go slowly. I don't want to get all his books in case when I read This Side of Paradise, it does sort of the same thing of like a non-main character point of view. I like it. In the name of Jon Snow, in reference to Jon Snow, I don't want it. But I'm willing to go along and like read the plot and sort of see what happens. So, and the last one I got was a Penguin Black classic of Human Bondage by W. Somerset Maugham, who wrote The Painted Veil. If I could have gotten The Painted Veil in this version, I would have loved it. But The Painted Veil was the movie version cover, which I'm fine with. But for some reason, Penguin Classics, like these, I want to collect all of these because these read classic literature to me. This has the look of what I consider classic literature. So, and uh, yeah, so I want to collect sort of all of them. Um, yeah, and this one is about a man obsessed with a woman named Mildred and their sort of love affair. And heck, anytime that there's classic literature that involves like a love story, hell yes, I'm in there. I'm up in it. So looking forward to that. My Elizabeth Gaskell's Ruth was a Penguin Black classic edition. So I'm sort of predisposed to want to read those. So hopefully we'll eventually collect all of them. Hopefully we'll eventually love all of them. I'm not sure, but we don't know. We shall see. So, yeah, okay, so again, thrift store has, you buy 4 books, you get a fifth one for free. So one of these was free. I'm not sure about, do they all have the prices up? No. They usually have the price stickers, store price stickers on the back. None of the ones that I had them. Go figure. And so those 5, so technically those 4 because I got one free, the nightgown and the pants. I paid a total of $7.30 freaking cents. Yes. I'm so happy. That made me so happy. I saved a total of $33. I saved $33. Like with the employee holiday discount. Yeah, oh yeah, so it was usually when they do the buy $4 get one free, the cheapest one will end up being the free one, of course. So this one was the one that ended up being the free one. So that one was free. With the employee holiday discount, I saved $19 and add the the employee gift certificate, which was $12.50. So altogether, I saved $33. That makes me very happy. So, um, hopefully, uh, I don't have great hope that I will be able to go out tomorrow. But for the rest of today, I will be. I am in the mood to, and I've already started them. I put them in the oven already. I'm in the mood to have some kind of like a roast lunch. Like I'm roasting potatoes in the oven, and then I'll be adding the chicken to it because potatoes always take longer. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna have that for lunch. Then I'm going to edit my speed dating my TBR episode 3. Going to be doing some reading. Probably reading some more of Anne of Avonlea because it's so comforting, you guys. I cannot explain how, like, Lucy Maud Montgomery's writing style. I want to, like, yeah, again, I was looking for more of Lucy Maud Montgomery, specifically more of the Anne series, but they didn't have it. And they didn't have the Anne Green Gables DVDs. I think I'm gonna have to end up getting them, like, either on Amazon or something. Because I really, 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 really want to watch that series. Um, or rewatch, because I remember very, like, little bits and pieces of it. But, oh my goodness, I cannot tell you if you're feeling stressed at all, even like if you're not feeling stressed. Yesterday at work, that was not stressful. It was exhausting for the end of the day because I was like on the floor. The day before was really nice. So even if like you're not stressed and you just want to be put in like a good calming mood, Lucy Maud Montgomery, her writing style is just gorgeous for that. So yeah, I'm going to be reading some more of that. Um, might watch something, but don't know what yet because I still have stuff. I still have DVDs and stuff from the library. Um, yeah, and I also, I don't know if I'm able to go out at all tomorrow. I really want to go also to the library to take stuff back and maybe pick up some more stuff, but mostly to take stuff back because I have stuff that I need to return. But so we'll see about tomorrow. Today, gonna make my lunch, gonna do some cleaning up around here, gonna edit my speed dating my TBR, do some reading, and then sort of watch something. Don't know what yet, but take the take the rest of the day pretty easy. So I will talk to you guys maybe tomorrow. If I'm going anywhere, I'm going out at all, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. So yeah, bye. So about to head out. Um, I'm still debating which library I'm going to because I know I want to go to a library today because I gotta drop some stuff off, and I want to pick some stuff up as well. Um, but yesterday was definitely a stay-at-home day. It rained pretty much like snowy rain like all day, um, and all night. Um, and the night before I had a crappy night's sleep because um, unlike a lot of people that I know, I cannot sleep well when it rains. There are people who y'all find rainfall like so relaxing and like thunderstorms and stuff. Like you guys love that and you find it so relaxing. There are like ASMR channels catered to that. There's like relaxation channels just catered to that. No, no, I can't. The noise like keeps me up, and it's worth like I have to put in earplugs if I want to sleep. So uh, the night before was when we got like the most um, rainfall, and when like the storm started, and I woke up with it. I woke up with it and like the wind howling, and just it was just awful. I kept waking up every few hours. I hate it. So then throughout the whole day yesterday, it rained and it was like kind of like slushy snow. Um, but it wasn't as bad as we thought we were going to get here in the city. I'm sure like outside of the city, they got their like 10, 15 centimeters, whatever. Now, like I look out and there's like no snow on the ground at all. Um, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of like ice or anything, which is what I was worried about today because of like all the rain and everything we got. So, because your girl is not meaning to fall down again and go through what she went through in the month of October all over again. We are not here for that at all. Um, so, gonna head out and sort of see how it is like walking. And also, yesterday, my injury, like my leg, was like bothering me so much. Today doesn't seem like as bad, but it looks like I'm going to be one of those old people who can like tell when it's going to rain because their bones hurt or something. Like that seems like that's going to be a thing now. Um, not fun. Not fun. Today like is uh not as bad at all. Um, so gonna head out. Um, so yesterday, spent the day at home, did my reaction for my Turkish drama, Hershey's Chocolate Kisses. That is not the name of the show. I cannot pronounce the name of the show because I'm an ignorant Canadian girl. Um, but it's Hercai. It was for episode 53, and it was fantastic. I love this show so much. Uh, I just can't do like the reactions for it as often as I can because one, I want to like do reactions for like other things and do like my vlogs and like that kind of stuff and my bookish content as well because I sort of that's sort of like what this channel is. It's like I do books, I do reactions, I talk about like TV shows and it's sort of like that kind of mishmash of stuff. Um, and the Turkish dramas are like over 2 hours long. So I can't do them as often as um, I'd like and still be able to do other videos. But managed to do the episode 53 yesterday. Fantastic show. I love it. I love it so much. There's like, the twists and the turns and like people who are like evil in the beginning are like good now because, they were like basing their revenge on a lie and just that now they know the truth and they're trying to like make things better, but there are people who still see them as evil and then like people that like pretend to be good and they're actually like pieces of shit and just oh and they're just beautiful and there's like romance and just beautiful beautiful love stories and just characters that like are actually good but might be doing bad things for but like you don't condone what they're doing, but you understand why they're doing it. Mama Koala Bear, I'm looking at you. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. So yes, love the show so very much. Hercai. Um, if you can, I would totally recommend that drama if you can get it with the English subtitles. That's how I am able to watch it. Yeah. So, so I did that yesterday, and I also watched a few documentaries that I'm going to be returning today to the library, and one of them was Getting Naked, a burlesque story, and it's all about the burlesque scene in New York City, and I really liked it because yeah, like it definitely like showcases the glamour of it and just like how like empowering it is for women. At the same time, it also talks about the crappy side of it and just how demoralizing it can be. And I loved how sort of well rounded it was. And one of my favorite moments was when they were showing this one girl who was sort of getting like was like lucky enough to get like this fantastic job and in like this posh venue and was like really becoming like a success and they were intercutting it with these a sister act um, where they were playing like dive bars and just like really like icky crappy places and the editing would go like back and forth between like the posh version of burlesque and the not so great version of burlesque and just that I think is one of my favorite sections of the documentary. It was so well done. So cannot recommend enough. And I also watched this documentary on the making of Jesus Christ Superstar, the musical, the musical movie from the 70s, 1972. And fun fact, I've never actually seen the entirety of Jesus Christ Superstar, but this was sort of a kind of making of reunion with like the actors like 40 years later. They did a little panel and it was brought together by Ted Neely, who played Jesus. And yeah, sadly, this was filmed after Carl Anderson, who played, I believe, Judas, had already passed away. So it was sad that we didn't get to see him. And it was funny because the first thing I had heard, the first time I had heard of Carl Anderson was his and his 1980s duet with Gloria Loring, Friends and Lovers. That's the first time I had heard of Carl Anderson. I had no idea that he had been in Jesus Christ Superstar because, like I said, I hadn't seen Jesus Christ Superstar. Only like later over the years had I seen. Of course, I knew about Jesus Christ Superstar. I was aware of it. Um, but this was before DVDs were a thing. So I had not, as of yet, seen the entire movie. I'd seen like bits and pieces and like clips and stuff that would like that they'd show sometimes in different like media channels and like media shows and that kind of stuff. But I still want to. I really want to see Jesus Christ Superstar. And then I heard that Carl Anderson was in it and played Judas. And I was like, Carl Anderson? Where do I know that name, Carl Anderson? He's the one that did Friends and Lovers, the duet with Gloria Loring. Gloria Loring, who used to play Liz on Days of Our Lives. Liz and Neil in that whole 1980s era. Um, but yeah, I was like, oh, so he was in Jesus Christ Superstar. That's so cool. But sadly, when they did this documentary and the panel, he had already passed away. So that's what I watched yesterday. I I had been kind of dipping my toe in and out of this poetry book that I've had for years, and it's the poetry of Keats by uh, Keats, and it's I mean the Laurel Poetry series, and I finished it yesterday, annotated it a bit. I liked it, and I wanted to like read the poetry because I want to sort of get more into reading poetry. And so I thought, like, I've had this for forever. Maybe it's time for me to actually like read it and not just like flip through it and look for like pretty quotes and stuff. So I read it, and um, the writing style, like a lot of it went over my head. Like a lot of it was like I found it hard to like understand. But there were a few like really like beautiful lines. And my favorite poem slash story was the one about the basil pot with Lorenzo and Isabel, that love story. That's my favorite poem in this book. But yeah, a lot of favorite sort of beautiful lines. Just and when again your dewiness he kisses, tell him I have you in my world of blisses. That's like so beautiful. Then the soft rustle of a maiden's gown, fanning away the dandelions down. Like just like beautiful sort of like lines like that sort of stood out to me. But as a whole, my favorite poets are so far that I've read are Pablo Neruda and Sarah Teasdale. Those two are my favorites, and I really want to get more of poetry books of theirs. So read that and got some more into Anne of Avonlea and absolutely loving it. So I'm going to be focused on reading that now. And going to be editing my weekly vlog from last week. So um, I might be uploading my speed dating my TBR episode 3 today, because that's all edited and sort of like ready to go. Um, and yeah, I'm probably going to be editing last week's weekly vlog for today. And then just sort of doing some more reading. And yeah, not sure what I'll be watching today, but yeah, haven't picked that yet. So yeah, we'll sort of see like what it's like outside. I might go to the library that's closer to me, um, but their sort of DVD collection is not as great as this other library that I haven't been to in a while. Um, but it sort of depends on like how the ground is, and if it's too slippery, I'll go to the closer one. If it's not, then I'll go to the one that I haven't been to in a while. So, yep, that's the plan for the rest of the day, and I'll show you what I get when I get back. Talk to you later. Just got back from my walk, and it's actually lovely outside. I mean, it's chilly, but it's not uh, chilly, nearing to cold, but it's not like unbearable. Like if you got your layers on, I got my shirt and then like my sweater and then my coat and got your pants on and like warm socks and all that stuff, and you're perfectly comfortable outside. It was so nice, and my leg was not bothering me. So I think now it's just going to be that thing where anytime there's like bad weather, it's going to flare up and I'm going to be like an old person. It's like, it doesn't hurt. It just feels like um, it just feels like a little tender, like I worked it, like I worked it today. Um, but, not like in pain at all. Um, and the library that I ended up going to actually has this bit of like an incline. Um, so it, and I was like perfectly fine, like walking it, no more like exertion or like pain. Um, like it didn't feel like any worse than like when I have to walk it like regularly, like how I would feel. Um, but yeah, it felt so nice, and I'm so like happy that I was able to do it today because um when I went to when I went on like Wednesday to the thrift store to use up my employee coupon and all that stuff, um, it was fine, but I wasn't like I had to take the bus because like it was it was too cold and like I was a little um, sore, and so I wasn't able to like do like my walk like I wanted to do my walk because the weather wasn't um, that great in like allowing me to do that. Um, but today I was able to walk like I used to like enjoy my walks before I got injured. And like I've been able to do that like a little bit like since then, but it's just it makes me happy that I'm able to do it like more and more and feel like more comfortable doing it. Like uh, today was like such a good day, and just like I'm glad that I was able to do it before I went back to work tomorrow. Um, and just have that like that mental sort of calmness and just goodness sort of get me sort of in the right mental mind frame to sort of like go back to work and deal with all the precocity that is retail. Um, I'm very like happy about that. So I'm feeling really really good right now. Because I was worried like with you know having to like stay home yesterday, and don't get me wrong, I'm a home person. I am a homebody, but just seeing how much these walks have helped me when I'm not able to do them, I do kind of worry that I will like have days when I feel down or feel like sad or um, just not have these like good feelings sort of coursing through my brain right now. So let me show you guys what I got. So first I'm going to start with this one, which is a TV series. Not sure. I'm assuming that it's maybe condensed or what, but I'm not sure. And I only realized after I got it that it says it's. I don't see anything saying in the back that it's season 1, but 2009. But when I like put it on the thing to check it out on the machine to check it out, it said season 1, and uh it's a Spanish show, and it's Gabrielle um, Amor Immortal, which translates to uh, immortal love. Um, and it's, I don't know if you guys remember Cheyenne, the singer and actor, the Spanish singer and actor. He was in the movie, I think it was Dance with Me with Vanessa Williams. But yeah, he's really, well, dang the library for like covering half his face, but he's really, really pretty. Maybe you can get a better look at him in this shot here. But yeah, he's a vampire, and it sort of brings me of memory of the was it called Immortal Beloved, or was it just called Dracula? I think it was Dracula with Gary Oldman and Keanu Reeves and I was going to say Mia Ryder, Winona Ryder, she played Mia, um, and how Mia um, was like Gary Oldman's lover, and then like she died, and then like she gets reincarnated into this girl who's like in love with Keanu Reeves, and it was the whole thing, and like it sort of gives me like those sort of vibes, but this his name is Gabriel, and he's a vampire, and I yeah, so looking forward to watching that. Um, and I got yesterday, which I saw the trailer for a while back and always wanted to watch it, and it's about a guy who is a huge Beatles fan, and I think he's just like a singer songwriter. Is that Ed Sheeran? Is it Sheeran in this movie? Sorry, I was just right, like squirrel, like right. I don't know if you can right there. That looks like Ed Sheeran. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, Hamish Patel, Lily James with Ed Sheeran. Oh, and Kate McKinnon. Oh, I recognize her. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And yeah. So he's a songwriter, and he. I'm trying to remember. And yeah, there's the blackout, and it's sort of like a supernatural thing because when the blackout is over, he's the only person who knows who the Beatles are. So I think he decides that he's going to steal their songs and make it like he wrote them, and like get like sort of like all that success, of course, and everything, and then stuff is gonna happen. So I'm very I it just seemed like such a cool premise to me. And as soon as the trailer came out, I was like, I want to watch that movie. And then I just, life and just I got more and more behind and on stuff, and like just um always sort of had it in the back of my mind to watch, but then like I've always had other things to watch as well, and so looking forward to watching that. Um, Part of me like is like tempted to do a reaction video to watching it, but knowing how YouTube is with the Beatles and how they pretty much block anything with like the Beatles, I don't think like I might do it for Patreon maybe, but yeah, I might just watch it just on my own. We'll see. If you guys want me to do a reaction to yesterday, let me know. And the next one is a horror movie called Saint Maud, which I again wanted to check it out. I believe it's on Netflix, but I wanted to check it out, but just sort of got behind on it. And she is a nurse, and she's obsessed with saving her dying patient's soul. Yeah, so. And the next, I think, are documentaries that I got. We have Tina, the obviously about Tina Turner, so her sort of documentary about her life. Um, we have Radical Harmonies, about women's lib, women's lib and feminism and the women's liberation movement through music and musical artists that were, I believe, at like um, Woodstock and sort of those two things sort of meeting. Woodstock during like the women's liberation movement sort of during the era of Woodstock, and female musicians in sort of that um, era. So really looking forward to this very, very much. And next we have Wasted, the story of food waste, which I'm always interested in like food documentaries. This one is about wasting food and how just not to do that. So that I am very much looking forward to. Oh, there's Chef Anthony Bourdain is in here. God rest his soul. Yeah, so looking forward to that. And the last one we have is called Rewind, and it's a story about childhood abuse. And so that's definitely going to be a hard one to watch. But yeah, looking forward to that one. So that's what I got at the library. And so now I'm just going to make some food. I've got some chicken defrosting, so I'm going to have that maybe with some fries today. And going to, oh, let me put this back in the, whoop, okay, back in the, oh no, let me put that on the shelf there. Let me just put that, scooch that over. Do not fall. Do not, thank you. So I'm going to spend the rest of the day working on editing my vlog from last week. I'm going to watch, I don't know how many of these. It's a trilogy, but it's the Coffin Joe trilogy, and it's a horror movie, and one of the first horror movies in Brazil, I believe. And the rating it's rated R, 18 plus. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. I There's three movies here, and the translations in English are At Midnight I'll Take Your Soul, which was made in 1964. The sequel is called This Night I'll Possess Your Corpse, which was done in 1967. And the third movie is Embodiment of Evil, which was done in 2008. So, very curious to see how these are. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the day. Um, Editing, watching this, and reading some more Anne of Avonlea before work tomorrow. So, nice sort of easygoing day for the rest of the day. Looking forward to sort of the stuff I'm going to do. And so that's going to be it for today's video, for this vlog. Um, yeah, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!